sampler. JDBC sampler monitor the connection to your database. When we are working on a website and we are logging in, or we are signing in, or we are doing some shopping, etc. So we are using some kind of a table. So we are multiple people are registering their self or logging, and they are accessing their record from some table. So if I want to check the performance of my connection pool, what is a connection pool? Connection pool means multiple connection objects are created to connect to the database. So if I want to monitor the performance of my database, then we can do the JDBC testing. So for that, we have created this test plan, and in test plan we have created the thread group. And before adding the sampler, we have to add the connection pool. So you have to select the test plan and right click on your test plan and add config element. And inside the config element, you will see JDBC connection configuration over here. This is the connection configuration for connecting with your connected database. Database can be MySQL, SQL Server, Oracle, or any other database. So you have to configure that particular thing by using this JDBC connection configuration. And you have to do it inside the test plan, not inside the thread group. So go to the test plan, right click, add config element, and then inside the config element, select this JDBC connection configuration. Okay. Give the variable name of the connection pool. So means you are creating a connection pool. So you have to give the name of that particular connection pool. So you can give any name. So I am giving the name, say pool. Any name you can give. And it is default, it is taking. That is maximum, minimum, everything it is taking on its own. No need to do any changes in it. Just give the variable name, whatever variable name you want to give. And then here you have to write the URL. So if you are a developer, you can take this from the developer also. Okay. So whenever the developer is writing the code to connect to the table, it can be Oracle table, it can be MySQL table, or any other table. So it uses the connection string. So for that, I have my one Java program in which I am connecting to my MySQL. So on my machine, if you see, I have this XAMPP server, XAMPP server, on which MySQL is inbuilt. So I have started MySQL, and in MySQL, this is my table. Okay, so this is my database show tables. Okay, so this is my MySQL tables. Okay, so and here I have this table users. So if I write users, describe users table, so this is my table. Okay, so this is my MySQL table, and when we install XAMPP server, so we have to configure the MySQL with the username and password. By default, the user is root, and you can specify your password, and then you can connect to the MySQL, and you can create your tables, etc. over there. Okay, same thing when we are working on a website. So we upload the website onto the server, hosting server, and there also we host our tables over there. Okay, and the connection connection string we have to write, connection URL to connect to this table. Okay, so now I'm if I write select star from users, so this is my data which is there in my users table. Okay, so I have this Ram, Roli, Pavan, and Parag. 4 users are there. Okay, so now this is my MySQL table, and this is my connection string. This one, JDBC colon MySQL, so local host, and I want to connect to the database by the name of Dharmik. Just I am taking it to the here so that it is highlighted. Okay, this is the connection URL basically. Connection URL, where connection URL for MySQL. Okay, this is connection URL for MySQL database. Okay, JDBC colon MySQL colon, because right now my MySQL is running on my local machine, so I'm writing localhost, and this is the port number on which MySQL is running. Okay, and my database name is, this is the database name slash, this is my database name. So if you see over here, I am using use Dharmik. So this is the name of my database, use Dharmik. So Dharmik is the name of my database, and these are the tables inside the Dharmik database. Okay, so this is my connection URL, JDBC MySQL. When you host it on the server, so instead of localhost, we write the IP address of the server or the domain name. Rest is same.
तो उसके लिए XAMPP डाउनलोड करना पड़ेगा ना, XAMPP और
you can use this Plesk also.
और मैं आपका ये धार्मिक डाटाबेस भी यूज कर सकता हूँ आपका धार्मिक.
हाँ नहीं, this database so you have to create basically, or this is on my system.
Okay,
so,
okay.
For you so you have to install this MySQL first. So you have to install this XAMPP server first for the practice. If you want to do the practice, so what you have to do, you have to go to the google.com, and from there write download XAMPP. So this is XAMPP server. Okay, so from there you will get this link, download, and from there you can download this version, any version, PHP 8 you can take. So it has a support for PHP, it has an inbuilt MySQL also. So you have to just install it, and after you have installed this XAMPP server now, then you have to start this XAMPP server. So on your system, after you have installed, so you get this XAMPP folder created, XAMPP, and in XAMPP folder you will get this XAMPP control. When you double click on this XAMPP control, this will open.
Okay.
This will open, and from here you can use start. Click on this start, and it will start the MySQL. Okay, and after that, when the MySQL has been started, what you can do, you can go to this HTTP localhost and PHP myadmin. You can go to HTTP localhost only. No need to write anything. HTTP localhost. Okay. So when you write, because you have started this XAMPP server from here. Okay. So this has to be started first, and after it has started, just write this HTTP localhost. No port, nothing. It will open this dashboard, and here click on this PHP myadmin here. When you click on this PHP myadmin, so it will open this, and from here you can create a new database. Like I have created this Dharmik, and inside Dharmik, then you can create the tables. Like I have created the tables from here in that way. Understood? And uh, otherwise, you can Google how to create a database and in exam server, and how to set the password. So you can set the password also. Okay. So for that, so I can create. I will give you a separate tutorial. Okay. So in which I will tell you how to install XAMPP and everything. But it is not that much difficult. You can just download the exam server, install it, run the control panel, and then simply you can create the password in it. Okay. And after creating the password, you can create the tables. Okay. So in the exam server, if you see over here in the exam, there is a bin. There is a MySQL here. MySQL. In exam folder, there is a MySQL. Okay. So it is already installed. So it comes to MySQL is already installed in it. Okay. And this is my PHP MyAdmin. This one, PHP MyAdmin. And in PHP MyAdmin, there is a HT access. This one. Okay. So you have to go to this HT access. This one. Okay. PHP HT access. So in HT access, you have to set the password. Okay. Open. I will show you. I will give separate lecture for that. But the main important thing is that you can install the any table, any database, whatever you want
Okay.
to have, and you can create some tables over there. And this is the connection string, and this is the database I have just told you I have created on my system. Okay. Now coming to the JMeter, because the JMeter session, so I'll focus on JMeter only, and I'll copy this connection string. And paste it in the database URL here. So in the database URL, you have to write the connection string. Now this connection string is for the MySQL. But if you want for the Oracle, so what you can do, you can just it's not a big deal. You can just Google and you can just write connection URL for Oracle or any other database. So it will give you the syntax, that is JDBC Oracle. This is the driver name, thin @host name. So so this is the connection string for Oracle. Similarly, for example, if you want to know how to set MySQL password in exam, just write this thing: how to set MySQL password in exam. So it will tell you how you can set the password. Open the exam control panel, and whatever the steps it has written. So you can create your username and password. Okay, in the exam server for the MySQL. Update the MySQL password. Similarly, and after that you can create the database and you can create the tables, and you can watch some videos for the exam also. That is how to install the exam server and how to create the MySQL database and tables in exam server. So you can do that thing. Okay. Now, coming to the next thing, JDBC driver class. Okay. So what is my JDBC driver class? This one is my JDBC driver class. Now from where this driver class is coming, I'll just show you. This is my driver class. So again, if I go back, this is my driver class. Okay. So you see there is a package name com.mysql.jdbc.driver. So this is a package. This is a driver is the name of the class, and it is coming from this package. But from where this package is coming? So if you see, so if you see, I have downloaded this MySQL connector, this one MySQL connector, and I have these two jar files with me. So again, if you go to this Google and write download MySQL connector. Okay, so it will take you to MySQL connectors. Okay, and from there you can download this connector. So basically, what is this connector? It is a driver class basically. So what is a driver? Driver means which performs some action, like car driver drives the car. Okay, so similarly, as MySQL driver, so I require a MySQL database. Okay, so it will, from the downloads you can download. So it will download MySQL connector. It comes in a zip format, but here it is not showing. Mm, okay, so I'll proceed and I will check and tell you how from where to. So basically, this is a driver class basically. So what we have to do, we have to go to the test plan because it is coming from some package, and from where it is coming. So as I told you that I have downloaded this MySQL connector Java, and here it has two jar files. This one, MySQL connector Java jar file, and this jar file. So this is a library basically from which this driver class is coming. So I have to add these two jar files in my project class path. So as we have discussed that you can go to the test plan and browse to add the jar file. So I'll go to my downloads where I have downloaded in from here. Okay, MySQL connector. These are the jar files. Okay, so I added. So if you do not add these two jar files, connector jar files, then what will happen? This package will not be available. So now see, when I have added these jar files, it is automatically coming. So you can select from here that I want to use this driver class, and this is the package name. Then username is generally root, and password which you have set in your database. That same that same password you have to give. So from here, okay, this is my username and this is my password. So it is it. So I'm just copying it and adding it. Okay. So this is the connection pool I have created. This is the variable name, and then this is the connection URL, which depends upon your database, Oracle or MySQL or SQL Server, whatever it is, with the database name. Dharmik is my database name from where I'm fetching the tables. This is the connection URL, connection class. For the connection class, you need to download the driver basically, MySQL connector driver, or if it is an Oracle, then we have to download the Oracle driver. Every database has its own driver class. Okay, so that is called connector class. So we have to download, then only it will connect. Okay, and the username and the password. This is the tool I have created. Then I will go to the thread group, right click, add sampler, and I will add the JDBC request sampler. And in JDBC request sampler, I have to give the variable name of the pool. So I have given the variable name as pool, this one. This variable name, Control C, you have to pass here. Variable name, same. And then in the query, you can use select query or update query or any other queries you want to use. So I will use a select query. And in select query, you can just write select star from users, for example. Okay. Or and where condition, you pass some parameter value also. Or if you want to store the data in some variable, you can store it in some variable also. So I'm just writing the SQL query simple. And then in the listener, I will add the tree listener. And I will save it. I will save it in my desktop JMeter examples as a JDBC sample. And when I run it, so what it will do, it will use that pool, and using that pool, it will connect to my database using the connection string and the driver class and my user, and it will authenticate by my username and password. And then it will, if you see, sorry, if you see, this is the request I have made, that is select from user, and in the response you see same table. Okay, same table. So I was saying users table. So I'm inside that. This is the table, users table. Okay, so this was the record. So same record is fetched by my JMeter application. Okay, so response body, and you can validate it. This is the request select query I'm sending, and whatever the time is coming, connection time, latency time, sent in bytes, how much data I'm getting. So you can validate these records to check the performance. Again, if you want to send, two people are connecting, for example, and they are selecting some record. So it means two people are selecting this record. So in that way, you can pass the multiple user request. I will share in the comment note from where you can download this MySQL connector.
Okay.
So you can download from there. Baki to exam, so it is simple. You can download and you just install it, and then you can start the your MySQL from the control panel, and after that you can create a password, and you can create your database, and you can create your tables. That is a simple thing. But for this, so now it is running two times. You see, two times requests are going, and two times response are coming for every request. So in that way, you can monitor the performance of your database. Regarding this thing, from where you can download this, so I'll just check it. I will Google it basically. So I'll find some link from where I have downloaded. So I will share that link with you. Okay. So hopefully you have understood what is JDBC sampler and how can we use the JMeter and create a pool and send the multiple user requests to the table and can monitor that particular thing.